change the atmosphere with your love. I believe you could change a heart with your love. Lord, come change over the atmosphere. Lord, come change our hearts with love. Heaven come down like a rain of thunder over the city, over this town. Heaven come down like a rain of thunder over the city, over this town. The Spirit and the bride say, come. Oh, 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 oh. The Spirit and the bride say, come. Oh, 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 Lord, come change over the atmosphere. Lord, come change our hearts with love. Heaven come down like a rain of thunder over the city, over this town. Heaven come down like a rain of thunder over the city, over this town. Heaven come down like a rain of thunder over the city, over this town. Heaven come down like a rain of thunder over the city, over this town. Over the city, over this town. Heaven come down like a rain of thunder. Over the city, over this town. Heaven come down like a rain of thunder. Over the city, over this town. Heaven come down like a rain of thunder. Over the city, over this town.
We welcome you to King Arena for another installment of Women's D3 CCIW play. I'm Hank Bowen alongside Caleb Springer. Caleb, a very exciting matchup tonight. If you're the Augustana Vikings, what are your two keys to victory?
Yeah, they really got to keep Wheaton out of the paint. The last couple of games, Wheaton has done a great job of scoring a lot of points in the paint. And in their first matchup, Wheaton really took advantage of scoring down low. So they need to for sure keep Wheaton out of the paint. And they also need to make Wheaton uncomfortable. Augustana is a team that presses the whole game, and they score a lot. So they need to make the Wheaton guards uncomfortable bringing the ball up the court so they can't get into any kind of rhythm.
Definitely a team that scores in buckets. Flip side, Riverside, what are the keys to victory for the Thunder tonight?
Yeah, I mean, one of the biggest ones against a team like Augustana that presses the whole game is that they really need to take care of the ball. But also with that, they need to convert on their 3-on-2 and 2-on-1 situations, which will happen a lot tonight, where they break a press and they get into a situation where they have a nice fast break opportunity, and they need to convert those layups and make smart plays in transition.
Absolutely. Should be an exciting one. Should be a high-scoring affair as we have two high-powered offenses meeting. We'll bow out here as we're about 1 minute and 20 seconds from tip and rejoin you shortly. Thanks for tuning in.
The Cancer Fund has raised over $5 million since its inception in 2009 with one singular goal, and that is to end women's cancers. At this time, we ask that you please rise, and gentlemen, remove your caps as we honor America with the playing of our national anthem. First for the visiting Vikings of Augustana College, who interplayed tonight with a record of 15-6 and 8-4 in the CCIW. At guard, wearing number 15, a senior from Green Oaks, Illinois, Olivia Mayer. Number 20, a 5'6 junior from Wildwood, Missouri, Victoria Allen. Number 22, a 5'8 senior from East Moline, Illinois, Michaela Fallon. Number 33, a 5'5 senior from Silvis, Illinois, Jennifer Van Watermeulen. And number 35, a 6'5 senior from Bettendorf, Iowa, Casey Kallenberger. The Vikings are coached by Mark Beinborn. And now the starting lineup for your Wheaton College Thunder, who interplayed tonight with a record of 16-4 and 9-2 in the CCIW. Wearing number 10, a 5'6 senior from Shoreview, Minnesota, Katie McDaniels. Number 11, a 5'8 senior from Champaign, Illinois, Chantel Meacham. Number 14, a 6'2 sophomore from Champaign, Illinois, Devin Kyler. Number 22, a 5'10 junior from St. Anthony, Minnesota, Kelly Lawson. And number 4, from Wheaton, Illinois, Dan. The Thunder are coached by Kent Madsen.
Well, we welcome you back here to King Arena as we're getting all set to get things going again. I'm Hank Bowen alongside my partner Caleb Springer. Currently the Thunder sit atop CCIW play with a record of 16-4 overall, 9-2 within conference play. They currently sit atop the conference tied with Illinois Wesleyan University. Meanwhile, Augustana Vikings made their travel down with a 15-6 record, 8-4 CCIW play. So Caleb, there are definitely heavy CCIW implications up for grabs here tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. On Wheaton's perspective, they play three of the worst teams in the conference coming up and end it with a game at home against Iowa. So certainly this is a big game at home for Wheaton.
Well, the tip is up, and Augustana wins that one there. Not a lot of shocking there, as the 6'5" center Kallenberger wins the tip. Augustana will get things set up here, looking into the inside. That one's going to be turned over. Pardon me, it's going to stay here for Augustana ball. So Caleb early on trying to force things into the middle.
Yeah, it's good job by Dan still there to help out. That's what they're going to need to do all night.
Katie McDaniels with a block there. She's going to push in transition going the other way. Over to Lawson, back inside to Dansdale. She'll be fouled and go to the line early, shooting two. Definitely something you like to see early, good ball movement.
Yeah, it's something that Wheaton's been doing a good job for a while. It's just finding people cutting to the basket and getting a lot of points around the basket and also going to the free throw line.
Absolutely. Local product out of Wheaton South, Maggie Dansdale gets the first one go, opening the score at 1-0 with 9 minutes and 36 seconds remaining. 24 seconds into what should be a high-scoring matchup this evening. Augustana will get the ball and Mayer will bring it down, getting things set up for the Vikings. Into the interior, into the presence of Kallenberger. Kallenberger will bopple it around, but end up getting it. Definitely a big presence inside.
Yeah, she's at 6'5". She just has such long arms, and she averages 11 points, 11 rebounds a game, so she's certainly someone to look out for.
Really, it seems like a double-double machine, and there are a few players in the CCIW, a powerful conference, that really do average double-doubles.
Yeah, they just played one last game with Michaela Eppert on Elmhurst. Devin Kyler did a great job on her. Let's see if she can continue her good defensive effort tonight against a very tough assignment with KC Kallenberger.
You definitely like the matchup. Devin Kyler, an athletic, longer body herself. Here is they'll go back inside, try and keep going to that well as much as possible, as we've now got things all tied up at 4-4. But it's a potent matchup, Caleb. The presence inside mixed with kind of this press, run and gun offense.
Yeah, they can attack you in many ways. I mean, they're 16th in the NCAA in three-point percentage too. So they just have a variety of ways that they can attack you, and that's why they have the 4th highest scoring average out of any team in the entire NCAA. But Wheaton is the best defensive team in the CCIW. So it's kind of a nice matchup of two kind of different extremes. Wheaton can score too, but they're also very good defensive team. Absolutely,
and Wheaton's strength definitely being oftentimes in that slashing transition offense. Those 3-on-2s, 2-on-1s that you mentioned, as Katie McDaniels will go to the rack. Wanted a foul, didn't get it. Augustana's going to push it the other way. But definitely, like you were mentioning, definitely an exciting matchup here as, you know, the top of the defense goes against the top of the offense. As Van Watermeulen will go from 3. She doesn't get it to go. And Wheaton's going the other way. But should be set up for a good one here. Devin Kyler will look to outbound it to McDaniels. McDaniels will switch the court. Wheaton team looking for something, lots of motion, trying to stay out of the middle, it looks like, avoiding Kallenberger. McDaniels thought about the 3, didn't like it. Maggie Dansdale gets her familiar 15-footer, that time won't go. And Maggie Dansdale is so dynamic of a player. 10 feet and in, she can hurt you in multiple ways.
Yeah, she's a great effort player as well. She gets a lot of loose balls, and she brings a great toughness to the Wheaton team.
Absolutely. Again, the local product out of Wheaton South. Her brother Adam, playing on the football team, was an All-American in his time, graduated last year. So definitely from good genes, from good roots. As Fallon will knock one down. This is 6'4" Augustana as Wheaton's looking to get out in transition. Kelly Lawson on over to Chantel Meacham, currently the 3-point leader in Wheaton all-time scoring from behind the arc. Definitely someone we're going to be calling often tonight. This Augustana looks good early, Caleb.
Yeah, they're a great team. Coach Beinburn has done a great job with this team because it's his 5th year, and they already this year they have the most CCIW wins they've had since 2002-2003 season. So he's done a great job of turning around this Augustana Vikings program.
Absolutely, as they get another quick one right there. You wonder if Coach Madsen's thinking about a timeout. He'll elect to go without it. As Wheaton's had no issue breaking this press early on. Kelly Lawson will knock it down. So we've been breaking the press rather fluently. Seem to be having troubles on the other side of the defensive court.
Yeah, we have been. I mean, just besides that one turnover there, we've done a pretty good job of breaking the press. We need to continue to convert off of that in transition.
So Augustana taking a page out of Wheaton's book typically and really getting out in transition, crashing the boards on both ends and getting some easy points here as they lead the way 10-6 with 5 minutes and 40 seconds remaining in the first quarter. Katie McDaniel slashing to the rim, can't get it to go. We're going the other way. Rebound by who other than Kallenberger. So I'm very impressed, Caleb, early on here by the effort and skilled technique that Kallenberger shows on the inside.
Yeah, she's a lot to handle down there. I mean, Devin Kyler has a very big body for this league at 6'2", but Kallenberger has 3 inches on her. So certainly Wheaton is going to need to be a team effort to contain Kallenberger down low.
Absolutely. And it seems so often you see the players, whether it's guys or girls, with the bigger bodies tend to get lazy or drop the ball off rebounds, kind of do the fundamental finer points of the game more weakly. Kallenberger definitely not the case, but she's cleaned the boards and cleaned up extra points early so far.
Yeah, absolutely.
We will get a host of new subs here as we get reset to go. Shot clock reset, and the Thunder will look to get things going. So they'll set up the inbound to Kelly Lawson. Kelly Lawson will go to work using the left hand. That's good for 2. 8-10, Augustana still leading the way. Worth mentioning, we have Corey Riley and Izzy Anderson now in the game. 2 leading scorers for Augustana. Intriguingly, both not starters, Caleb.
Yeah, they're both sophomores. Augustana starts 4 seniors and a junior, and then brings all their sophomores off the bench. Kind of traditional style where you start your more experienced players. But yeah, their 2 leading scorers are now on the court in Izzy Anderson, number 10, and number 1, Corey Riley.
As Anderson loses there, credit Chantel Meacham with the steal. Katie McDaniels will bring it down and get things reset up here for the Thunder. On inside to the freshman. Jill Berg will back her down and get 2.
Yeah, when Kallenberger goes out, this Augustana team turns pretty small. So a good job there by Wheaton to notice that and get it to Jill Berg down low.
And you have to like Wheaton's matchup of kind of the 1-2 punch of Devin Kyler followed by Jill Berg, That seems to be their rotation on the inside right now.
Yeah, it's a great rotation. Both are they can move very well for their size, great athleticism, and both are great shot blockers. And Devin Kyler's 3rd in CCIW in steals at the center position too. So she's a very versatile defender.
Absolutely. You get that great passing ability out of Devin Kyler. You get that unique kind of elite shot blocking potential as Jill Berg gets one there. We're going to go the other way. So Wheaton with 2 blocks early on in the first quarter. Katie McDaniels doing her thing. She'll get to the rim and score 2. As Augustana will push it right down to the other side. We are definitely going to be having a barn burner here tonight.
Augustana does this kind of weaving dribble drive offense, Wheaton's going to need to be disciplined and communicate well off of these sort of handoffs.
The dribble drive offense, definitely a unique style of play, as we'll get a look at the replay here as Kelly Lawson gets on the floor. Definitely, it takes a unique skill set. It takes a well-disciplined offense and a very creative offense, I will say.
Yeah, and Augustana does it well, obviously, averaging 85 points per game. That's no small feat.
Wheaton will lose the ball there. And missing, who got called there? It looks like the foul is going to go to Jill Berg. Easy to confuse Jill with her sister Jen. Both fellow centers on the team. Jen currently out with an injury. We wish her the best, as her presence is missed as Carly McCameron goes inside for two. Katie McDaniels taking it the other way for the Thunder, and there's two more.
Great finish by McDaniels. You like to see her finishing strong. It's such a key dynamic to this Wheaton team when she can attack the hoop and finish like that.
So I have to say, Caleb, I'm proud that we got almost to the end of the first quarter without talking too much about Katie McDaniels.
Yeah.
There's definitely a lot to talk about there.
Yeah, I mean, there is, and I'll talk about her since you opened it up to me. She's leading the CCIW in points at 20.4 per game. That's 24th in the nation. She's also second in assists at 4.3. But the reason she can score so many points, she does a great job going to the free throw line. She's attempted the 25th most free throws in NCAA this year. And that's really helped her rack up these points, and is a great asset for this Wheaton team.
Absolutely. With two subs there, Kallenberger and Fallon will re-enter for Augustana. Meanwhile, Chantel Meacham will replace Kelly Lawson for the Thunder. Definitely an exciting player to watch, Katie McDaniels. I mean, we're almost through the first quarter. She's already knifed to the rack 5 times, I believe, capitalizing on 3 of them. So we will expect to see a heavy dose as this score goes higher and higher of none other than the All-American Katie McDaniels. Chantel Meacham for now will get things set for the Thunder. Beautiful pass there by Jill Berg into the inside. She'll spin it back out. So there's a turnover there, Caleb, but I have to mention, I like that matchup of the Jill Berg against the more experienced Case Kallenberger. They have similar styles of play.
Yeah, they do, absolutely. And I like Jordan Myroth's cut, but she really needs to go up with that and finish it. She was wide open. As a freshman, sometimes she can be a little reserved to shoot. Wheaton really needed her to go up there.
So 2 freshmen there for the Thunder between Berg and Myroth. Definitely a lot of youth on this Thunder team that complements the seniority and the leadership of some of the bigger seniors like McDaniels and Meacham. Should shape up well in the future for the Thunder.
Yeah, and Augustana's pressure getting to Wheaton there. Unforced turnover by Wheaton. Something to keep an eye on. Augustana's done a good job, especially their guards, of attacking the basket and causing some chaos for the Wheaton guards.
So that one will go up from deep by Corey Riley. It's no good. Chased down by Kallenberger again to keep it alive for Augustana. Scores all tied here, 16-16. As it goes into Kallenberger. Easy money, 2 more. 18-16 Augustana, 1 minute remaining here in the first quarter. A steal there briefly by Corey Riley before she's going to get the whistle blown dead on the play. We'll look at the replay. That's a tough call there, Caleb.
Yeah, I mean, I would even call a foul on Katie McDaniels, but Wheaton benefiting from a questionable call.
Absolutely. Augustana faithful frustrated there to begin this one. They're protecting a 2-point lead. The Thunder will get things set up, trying to cut into it and tie it up. Pass over the head of Jordan Myroth as Corey Riley will take it the other way. Fallon thought about 3 in the corner. She didn't like it. Back over to Riley.
I thought Augustana would have gone for a 2-for-1 here, but now Wheaton will get the last shot of the quarter on offensive foul. As long as they can hold on the ball, they seem to turn it over, I think, the last couple times down the court. See if Wheaton can break this pressure. and end this quarter with a good shot.
Yeah, you mentioned going 2 for 1 there. It was kind of interesting, you know, the high-powered offense of Augustana. You'd think they'd be taking advantage of that and going right to the rim. Didn't work out there. They get their steal, though, proving us the fool as they'll come the other way. Kallenberger will go right to the rim, doesn't get it. Wheaton's going the other way, 15 seconds remaining. McDaniels setting things up at the top of the key for the Thunder. They'll go for 1 shot here. McDaniels goes right. She'll pull from deep. That one's good. And as the quarter expires, Katie McDaniels knocks down a big shot for the Thunder, tying things up at 18-18 to close out that first quarter. So Caleb, a pretty loose basketball game, to say the least, in the last minute and a half.
Yeah, I mean, Wheaton, they had 5 turnovers that quarter, but they seemed to all happen at the very end there, like you said. So they need to do a better job of taking care of the ball against the pressure. They seemed a little clumped together. I think they need to spread out a little more and extend this Augustana press. It's just allowing Augustana to kind of just play freely and jump in front of passes. One thing to know, Kallenberger already with 8 points and 6 rebounds in this game. So she has been dominating, and it's something that Wheaton's surely trying to probably addressing in this huddle. They need to rally around her and make things hard on her.
Absolutely. So you mentioned Kallenberger with 8 and 6. She's on pace to go double-double at least. On the Thunder side, who's leading the way scoring there?
Yeah, it's McDaniels with 8, so she's been playing well. And then as Lawson with 4, Meacham with 2, Danzo with 2, and Berg with 2. Let's see if Devin Kyler can get more involved in this game. She only has 1 stat, and that's 1 assist. She's going to be a big part of this Wheaton effort tonight if they want to get the win. Let's see if she can pick it up here in the second quarter.
So Devin Kyler will check back in, replacing Jill Berg as she takes her time trying to guard Kallenberger. Won't be fruitful there as Kallenberger gets 2 more. Credit her with 10 points early on as Katie McDaniels races down. Thunder doing their typical switch court offense, looking for those cuts, but often switching the court, trying to catch a defense out of position. Shot clock winding down. Katie McDaniels goes for a contested 2, won't get it, but the hustle play allows the Thunder to keep going. Maggie Danstill to the rack, no good again. So this Thunder team, another pick off there by Chantel Meacham. I mean, we're gonna run out of breath, Caleb.
Yeah, I mean, you could stop. I'll try to say something here. McDaniels with another miss. And here comes Augustana again.
My word, definitely some either high pressure defense or loose offense, or maybe a combination of the 2 here early. It seems like every time you blink, the change of possession is constantly happening. Fallon wanted a foul there, didn't get it. She's going to be hit with the travel call as the ball got kind of caught up on the defensive effort by the Thunder. Thunder are looking to get out of this double teaming press break early. They succeed. A cutting McDaniels. And Caleb, you're a prophet. She's going to the charity stripe.
Yeah, she's going to the charity stripe, something we see a lot of. Wheaton with a good job there of breaking the press. I like how Devin Kyler came up as a big target and got it. It looked cross court. Against pressure, a lot of times the open person is cross the court, and sometimes the pressure gets to you, so you don't think about that. But really, that's where you got to look. So that's what Wheaton got to continue to do to break this press and get transition opportunities like they got there.
Absolutely, as Katie McDaniels will make good on her first. So I like what you're saying there with the cross-court action. Devin Kyler, a player that's only a sophomore, plays with a distinct level of maturity that you would not expect out of sophomore.
Yeah, she's a great leader on this team by the way she plays on the court.
Definitely a person by the demeanor and way she plays you would not imagine only with 1 season of experience underneath her belt, as she'll get in the way of a pass there. Augustana will quickly flip it around, miss the 3. Guess who has the offensive rebound? Kallenberger, adding the stats early.
I want to see Devin Kyler not try to front so hard, force Kallenberger to make a move on her, because all of her buckets have been really easy, uncontested ones so far.
Definitely an easier critique said than done, and she picks off one there. So she might have heard you there, Caleb, as she fronts Kallenberger, pulls for three on the other end. That one's good. So Devin Kyler frustrated with you early.
Yeah, I mean, I guess she can hear me. She's really picked up her game here in the last couple minutes. Yeah, she only shoots 19% from three on the season, so it's always good to see her knocking some threes down.
She's an interesting player, though, because she shoots 19%, but that stat actually surprises me.
Yeah.
With the frequency that she's willing to pull that.
Yeah.
Coach Ken Madsen definitely feeling some confidence in his sophomore star, Devin Kyler. Worth noting here, Augustana started out the season a dominant 10-0 before dropping 6 of the next 11, so 5 and 6. Kind of a weird way to list that statistic, I guess. But the Thunder now working on an 18-game win streak at home, with Augustana only having a 5-3 record on the road this year. So on paper, in theory, you like the Thunder's chances.
Yeah, I mean, you do. They won the first meeting in Rock Island, so you certainly like the Thunder's chance here tonight. But one thing to note, Kallenberger has a double-double, and we are 13 and a half minutes into this game. She has 10 points and 10 rebounds. So that's pretty insane, and Wheaton certainly needs to do a better job of containing her and not letting her just freely grab rebounds. They need to put a lot of bodies on her, make her uncomfortable down there.
Absolutely. Casey Kallenberger giving this Thunder defense fits early. Worth mentioning, returning to that 85-point average by Augustana. That's not a stat you hear very often on the south side of the NBA. Men or women, I mean, D3 across the board, 85 points is a lot of points.
Yeah, they're on track to be the highest scoring Augustana team ever in their whole history. So, yeah, Coach Beinborn has really instituted this high-tempo offense that's worked well for them.
Really a testament to how dominant this Augustana team can be, as Devin Kyler there. A beautiful pick and roll as she'll draw the foul and finish. We'll go to the replay.
Yeah, great use of the left hand and the right hand to shield the defender. As you see with Kallenberger out, they instantly go down low to Kyler, which is a smart move by Wheaton.
Absolutely. So that's 2 times now we've seen Kallenberger sit down for less than 20 seconds before the Thunder go right to attack underneath the rack. Augustana will get things set on their side. Thunder leading the way 25-20, the biggest lead of the night. 6 minutes remaining in the second quarter. Augustana, if history of this game has told us anything, they'll get a bucket here. Moving the ball well. Looking to enter it on the inside. She calls for a screen.
Whoa,
A
wow.
circus shot there as the shot clock was running out. I have never seen a shot like that, Caleb.
It almost went in. I was kind of nervous. That was crazy.
That was, I mean, and now we're supposed to be biased. That was a pretty remarkable shot. Call it how it is. Very impressive effort there. It's the Thunder now. Interesting sub here. We have Mel Bremhurst and Devin Kyler in the game. So Wheaton definitely looking to go big on the interior.
Yeah, they did, and they've been taking advantage of Kallenberger out of the game with a bunch of layups in a row. Yeah, Augustana is just not the same team defensively without Kallenberger down there. It's a lot more open for cutters and for even McDaniels or someone else to attack the basket. It's a lot more appealing to not attack against a 6'5" center. So yeah, Wheaton's done a good job there in this little run to extend their lead to 7 of attacking the basket and looking for cutters. On that last play is a great pass by Myroff into Lawson.
I'm actually a little surprised here to not see Kallenberger subbed in. I was kind of expecting a move there by Coach Beinborn to call a timeout just to kind of give another 20-second, 30-second breath before getting his star in there, but he trusts his players, elects to keep her out for a moment. Thunder will force a defensive turnover, 27-20. They're working on the biggest lead of the night. Looking to add to it, Devin Kyler inside. She kicks it back out. And this Thunder offense, potent and powerful, will get back to work. Ball really circulating on the outside before Myroth takes it to the rack. That one's no good. Rebound, Augustana. Corey Riley will bring it down for Augie. Just an exciting overall matchup. I mean, there are a few things better than a 1-4 CCIW play with 3 games remaining between two teams, none other than Augustana and Wheaton.
Yeah, this is a lot of fun. It's a big matchup. And a foul called there, I believe, on Corey Riley to go Wheaton's way. Yeah, as you were saying, I mean, these are two teams that are in a pretty solid position to be in the playoff. And as of today, they would actually play each other in the first round. Augustana hasn't been to the CCIW playoff since, I believe, 2002-2003 season. So this would be a great feat for them to make it this year.
And no surprise here is Kallenberger and Fallon will check back into the game for Augustana. Currently, Wheaton is playing Myroth, Bremworst, Devin Kyler, Chantal Meacham, and Kelly Lawson, as Lawson will look for 3, not get it. Bremworst with the rebound. So more of a unorthodox 5 for Wheaton right now, not a 5 you see very often.
I think it's in response to having Kallenberger in the game. Now they have 2 centers to kind of make up for right here. Exactly illustrated my point with Devin Kyler helping. That was a great move by Coach Madsen. Caused Kallenberger to miss it poorly.
Absolutely, Sadie Roberts with the missed 3 there. So Augustana, on that possession alone, with 2 big offensive rebounds, really kind of eating up the Thunder offensively on the offensive rebounding blocks early in this one.
Yeah, as you saw there, just a lot of Wheaton players looking up at the ball and no one really boxing out, which allowed for Michaela Fallon, the 5'8" senior, to come in and get a no board and get back to the charity stripe.
And if there is any critique, of this Thunder team, I think it's fair to say it could be that they seem, I don't know what the word is, maybe lackadaisical at times, getting after the rebound scale.
Yeah, I mean, in their losses this year, it's been kind of like startling. They kind of all go cold together. They all just don't have effort. But when they do come together and play hard, they're a really tough team to beat with all their weapons.
Absolutely, and again, worth mentioning, Coach Madsen, a very seasoned, successful coach now here with an overall record of 75-9 since taking over the reins of the program in 2010-2011 season. So it's funny, you think of Coach Madsen as more of a new face to the program after taking over the classic seasoned Beth Baker, but he's really established himself as a knowing, powerful, and now seasoned head coach.
Yeah, he's a 2-time CCIW Coach of the Year, and he's made the NCAA 3 times with this Wheaton team as a head coach. So he's been here before. Once again, I just want to say I think it's a really smart move to have Devin Kyler and Mel Bremhorst on the court together, because Devin Kyler is guarding number 32, Sadie Roberts, who struggled a little bit from the outside shooting. So she can really leave Sadie Roberts and help out down low, as you see here, just doubling her. Let's see if I was right. No, oh, there it is. So yeah, just kind of playing percentages there, leaving Sadie Roberts open for 3 instead of giving Kallenberger a layup.
Absolutely, a beautiful cut there by McDaniels, and Bremmer's showing off her vision there. So it's either feast or famine so far in the predictions, Caleb. I have to say, I mean, first prediction was spot on, second one couldn't have been farther from the truth. Third one's right on. Which one's that? Is going in? No.
Yeah, I was a little nervous. It hit the back rim. I was like, there's no way she's going to hit a 3 right after I said it's a smart move.
Funny how things usually go that way, broadcasting. As the Thunder will get things set, and we'll come back to the game for you. Sorry, folks. Beautiful cut there by Kelly Lawson. Score check, 33-21 Thunders. The Thunder are trying to pull away here. Definitely a team you don't want to sleep on from Augustana, though, as Fallon will knife to the rack. Ball's going to bounce around for a few times before being secured by Bremhorst. Thunder the other way. Guess who? Katie McDaniels, 2 more. 35-21 Thunder. timeout Augustana, and that one's going to be a full timeout, Caleb.
Yeah, it's been a great run by this Wheaton team in this quarter. Now leading 35-21. Wheaton shooting 53.6% from the field versus Augustana's 29%. I mean, that's a big part of this game. Besides Kallenberger, there hasn't been a lot of scoring for Augustana. She has 10 points, which is pretty much half of their points, and she hasn't scored this quarter very much, and they just kind of been stagnant.
Right. I think I wish we were tracing the statistic, but I do believe Augustana has not scored since Kallenberger scored before her previous substitution. So definitely some frustration and some things to iron out over on the Augustana side for Coach Mark Beinborn. We're currently trying to get the number 4 seeded Augustana Vikings to defend their number 4 seeded spot because they are tied up for 4th, Caleb. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah, so they're 8-4, and the 5th place team is Carthage at 6-5. So they hold like a 1.5 game lead. So a loss here would get Carthage a little bit back more into the picture. But Augie, after this, goes at Carroll and at North Park, 2 of the more bottom teams in the league. So if they can take care of the business there, then they have a home game against North Central to close out the year. So even with a loss here, they still are in a pretty good spot to get a spot in the playoffs.
Absolutely. So a loss here could complicate things, maybe not, but a win here definitely secures
that's huge.
Not only a 4 spot, but sets them up nicely for, instead of a 4 seed, a 3 seed, a 2 seed, as Mel Bremers will miss from 15 feet there. Yeah,
this would be a big win for them. They certainly can come back too. They're a team that can score a lot of points. They've had a struggle tonight, but they can get hot really fast, so we need to stay on their toes. Absolutely.
And it's worth mentioning the Augustana team is 10-1 at home on the season, so those matchups, and their only loss coming from the Thunder, so you like those matchups of the next 3, 2 being against the bottom feeders of the CCIW, but then closing out the season at home. Things look nicely for an Augustana to close out the season 3-0 here. It's really just a matter of, do you want to play this Thunder team looking forward in the playoffs in a CCIW matchup? Do you want to face this Thunder team possibly again here in King Arena? A team that, hypothetically, if they were to lose here tonight, has beaten you twice. Definitely not top of the agenda for the Augustana Vikings.
Yeah, and I know the coaches don't like to get into all these little games that we, broadcasters like to play, but certainly that has to be in the back of Coach Beinborn's mind as he goes into this game. This would be a big win for them.
Absolutely, as Case Kallenberger will pick up her first foul there, sending Katie McDaniels to the free throw line. That first one's good. 36-21 Thunder. Score update. How many does Katie McDaniels have?
McDaniels now is 14 points on 6 of 9 shooting from the field and 2 of 3 from the free throw line. So she's come out to play tonight, which is a big reason why Wheaton holds this 15-point second quarter lead.
So after McDaniels starts 0 for 2, she then proceeds to hit 6 of the next 7. Not the ideal situation. You don't want a hot Katie McDaniels who's not missing going forward in this one. 30 seconds remaining in this half. We'll see if the Vikings will go 2 for 1. That opportunity is now foregone as they're looking to wind the clock down, only give this Thunder offense maybe 2 seconds to work with.
Some kind of triple screen here. Wheaton needs to communicate well.
Interesting matchup there for Augustana's. Not a lot's going on. They'll shoot from 3 with as time expires on the shot clock. That one's good. Credit the Augustana offense there. Score check, 37-24 at the half. Thunder lead the way, lead by 13. Definitely a dynamic first half there, Caleb.
Yeah, it was, and it was close early, but Wheaton really went on a big run there in that second quarter. Kind of the story of the game can be seen in the field goal percentage. Wheaton shooting 52% versus Augustana's 30%. That's a big reason. Basketball is a game about getting the ball in the basket, and shooting is a big part of the game. And to be losing by 20 percentage points in that key category is a big story.
Absolutely. Well, that's going to be it for us right now. Step away, but be back in 14 minutes as we'll get the second half action of this awesome CCIW matchup between the Wheaton Thunder women's basketball team against the women's basketball team of Augustana Vikings. I'm Hank Bone alongside Caleb Springer. We'll see you after half.
From the moment I stepped onto campus for the first time, one thing I couldn't help but notice was how numerous the roles were here that contributed to the success of this special place. Asking the question of what service means at Wheaton College yields no straightforward answer. Service at Wheaton is dynamic. Service at Wheaton means something unique and different to every person in every role on this beautiful campus we all call home.
I serve by using my God-given talents to glorify Christ, pushing my body on the soccer field and my mind in the classroom.
This year I served by welcoming the new students to Wheaton College. We want them to know that we care about them and we want them to live well when they're at Wheaton.
I serve Wheaton College by making sure students' living conditions are well kept and encourage a positive atmosphere within the dorm.
I serve by maintaining a safe and orderly environment here at Wheaton College and caring for this awesome community.
Service for me means leading students in developing their minds and teaching them to communicate effectively in the world today.
I serve in Young Life, which is a ministry based completely on relationship. My desire is to walk alongside high school kids to reveal to them the goodness of life that is possible only through Jesus Christ.
Service to me is providing guidance and a listening ear to ensure that students have an enjoyable entry here into Wheaton's community.
I serve by representing the student body of Wheaton College and making decisions that will benefit a diverse community.
Hey y'all, I serve by ensuring Wheaton College is fed and well nourished so that they're ready to take on their studies and other activities.
Service to me means challenging 120 young men every year to become everything God wanted them to be, to excel in the classroom, and to become the best football player they possibly can be out here every Saturday afternoon.
Для меня служение – это учеба в другой стране и жизнь в другой культуре, с новыми друзьями как всю жизнь.
Service for me is making sure Wheaton College is always looking at its best.
I serve by doing what a president can do to nurture the spiritual vitality and maintain the theological orthodoxy and promote the academic excellence of Wheaton College.
Service for me is getting involved with ministries here at Wheaton that are designed to reach out to the community here in the Chicago area.
I serve
for Christ
and His kingdom.
We are back for our 65 reunion.
Class of 1955.
Class years 1965
and 1985.
85. Diane and I were roommates our sophomore year. I sang in the men's glee club my freshman year.
I was in the first ROTC class that was commissioned in June 6th of 1955.
It's very interesting just chatting with any classmate, how quickly you come up with a connection, either someone that you know, and then just to review memories. I think that's one of the fun things about being here now and that we didn't know back then. We were classmates.
We were in each other's wedding.
Yeah, we were in
right
each
after,
other's wedding.
I waited 3 weeks after graduation to get married. What did you? How long?
The next year.
Yeah.
I remember when I was in chapel when Dr. Edmond had his detached retinas. He was the president, and he had bilateral detached retinas, and he had to have his both eyes covered for a month. So after being, blinded for a month with these patches, he came, and it was one of the first days he had these patches off, and he preached on a verse in Isaiah. I think it's Isaiah 61, and it basically went, "Never doubt in the darkness what God has shown you in the light." And it was such a dramatic thing given what he had come from. And so that's one of the chapel memories, among others, But that's one that I think about often.
I look back, I'm sure you do. Grateful for our time here. And grateful for the friends we've made and the contacts, and now to get their stories. It's always such an encouragement, isn't it?
Yeah, for us, Wheaton is a big family, and we belong to it, and that's really special.
Well, we hope you're back. We're ready to get set here for second half action. CCIW play between Wheaton Thunder and Augustana Vikings. I'm Hank Bowen alongside Caleb Springer here. A few key statistics from what was definitely an exciting first half. Thunder, one that jumps out to me, Caleb. Thunder shooting 1 from 3 behind the arc. Nothing special. Vikings, 1 of 10.
Yeah, they've struggled from 3, and that's something that they're going to need to do well to win, is hit those 3-pointers. Also, field goal percentage, 51% from the Wheaton side to 30% from Augustana. Just one player that sticks out for Augustana is Casey Kallenberger with a double-double at halftime, 10 points, 11 rebounds. But for Wheaton, Katie McDaniels has 15 first-half points, and Chantel Meacham with 3 steals. So a good effort by Wheaton in this first half.
Absolutely. So we'll get things set here. The Thunder, Katie McDaniels the face of this Thunder team, will lead them out at halftime. She goes right to the rack. No good. Rebound by who else but Casey Kallenberger. Augustana will get things set for their first offensive attempt of the half. Looking inside. No shocker there. Nothing there. They'll go to their dribble drive offense. Nice backdoor there, turning it around. 4-3, Van Warmeulen. Good feed inside there, Caleb.
Yeah, you just can't give up offensive rebounds. Those just kill your, good defensive effort.
Absolutely. Another stat that feeds right into it. Interestingly, the rebounds of the first half were won in most part by the Augustana Vikings. Not often do you see a score as lopsided as this while losing the rebound battle. But the specific stat that jumped out to me, offensively in the first half, the Vikings had 9 offensive rebounds, 6 by Casey Kallenberger to the Thunder's 4. So Casey Kallenberger single-handedly, as they get an offensive rebound right there. So you got to be worried if you're Coach Madsen, if these shots start falling like that 3 right there from Fallon, this Augustana team's going to come back, and they're going to come back in a hurry.
Yeah, they're getting a lot of boards. They just literally can't score right now, and that's why Wheaton holds this 11-point lead. So yeah, it's a little bit concerning. They need to focus a little more on everyone crashing the glass.
Devin Kyler from about 18 feet baseline, she'll knock that one down. If you were looking at anything for the Thunder, I think 2 things you'd love to see out of the second half, in my humble opinion, would be that shot right there by Devin Kyler. Kind of that 15-footer mid-range game that really opens things up on the interior for the Thunder. And secondly, by Chantal Meacham, maybe get her involved for some 3s.
Yeah, and as you're talking, Augustana with 2 more offensive rebounds. So they're just dominating the glass to start this half. Continuation of the first half.
That offensive rebounds, a 13-point lead is definitely not safe from multiple offensive rebounds. As there's 3, you wonder at what point is the lid going to come off the rim for this Augustana Viking offense, as Kelly Lawson cherry picks for 2 there.
Yeah, she really did. But that's a consequence of crashing the glass a little too hard from Augustana. You want to make sure to get a couple people back every time. But yeah, they've dominated the glass to start this half. 3 offensive rebounds in their last possession. It's something Wheaton, it's a little concerning for Wheaton, but yet they still hold this 15-point lead because Augustana's just still struggling to score.
Absolutely. So Wheaton right now up 41-26 on the scoreboard. Not often do you see a coach with a 15-point lead at home calling an angry timeout out of the half after their team gets fast break points.
Yeah, they just can't board right now, so I don't blame them.
Absolutely, and if there's going to be anything Coach Madsen's going to get frustrated with, it's going to be those offensive errors that are due to effort.
Yeah.
Not due to skill, where you're getting flat out worked. Augustana will get things set here. A good shifty move there. And Thunder that time might have gotten away with a kick, but secure a defensive rebound nonetheless. Kaden McDaniels races down. She's going to threaten the inside before passing to Kyler. Kyler will let another one go. Bang! Devin Kyler feeling it early in this second half, as her foot was on the 3-point line there, so it's not worth 3, but she is definitely feeling some confidence.
Yeah, I like what you said about her hitting that shot. It's really hard for Kallenberger to guard her when she's hitting that perimeter shot while also protecting the basket. It draws her out. So I like what you said there. She's hitting that shot. It helps this Wheaton offense a lot.
Absolutely, as we don't want to skip over a nice finish there by Fallon, and a steal on the other end by Victoria Allen for the Augustana. Fallon will go right back to the rack. That one's no good. Kallenberger can't secure another offensive rebound. Chantal Meacham with a touch pass. That one's turned over, and we're getting back into this turnover basketball game, Kel.
Yeah, a little careless there by Chantal. And here comes Augustana with a little run. This is what they like to do, cause a little chaos, force you to be uncomfortable.
Olivia Mayer with the finish there. Devin Kyler is definitely feeling some confidence. Big block by Casey Kallenberger up to Fallon. So the Augustana team feeling some life. Give them 3 more. Credit Jen Van Watermeulen with the 3. After going 1 for 10 in the first half, this Vikings team's 1 for 1 in the second from behind the arc. That's good from Lawson on the interior, give her the and one. Kelly Lawson, a deceptively good player from the interior.
Yeah, she's a great player from inside, and she does a good job being active down in that area, getting open. It's kind of an art to be able to get open down there in the post, and she's done a good job with cuts and post-ups. Now she has 12 points on 6 of 11 shooting, so definitely a great night for Kelly so far.
Kelly definitely a guard who can really get hot from that mid-range jump shot. Kind of a lost art in today's game. Really deadly from 15 to 18 feet. I mean, we've been crediting Devin Kyler with those early on. As Wheaton goes back to this Mel Bremworth, Devin Kyler unorthodox 5, trying to pack in the middle. But Kelly Lawson, usually such a dominant shooter from in there, is deceptively good from the interior. Augustana will go to the line, shooting 2.
Chantel didn't like the call. We'll see on the replay here if she got her. It's hard to tell. But at any time you kind of slap down on that, especially from that angle, the ref who's kind of on the side here, it just looks like a foul, even if it's not. So you got to be careful about that kind of downward motion.
Absolutely. Corey Riley made good on her first, miss her second. Worth noting, she is their leading scorer statistically this season, averaging 12.4 points a game. See if Augustana can get her going, as Devin Kyler kind of thought about a 3 there, decided the better of it. Over to Jordan Myroff. So the talented freshman gets fouled on the drive, as there seems to be at least on pace for some more fouls in the second half, Gil.
Yeah, it's a good attack by Myroth, getting tripped up there, getting Wheaton another possession.
Katie McDaniels on the inbound to Devin Kyler, who will pull it back out and take her. Nope, she'll go on to the inside. Another foul there. Again, drawn by Jordan Myroff. That one's going to be called on Alexis Jones, the freshman out of Chicago, Illinois. 2 quick ones there on her. Inbound to Kyler again. Thunder will get things set up. Wanted McDaniels in the corner, wasn't open. Kick out to Mel Bremworth for a long 2, no good. Whoa, Devin Kyler with the acrobatic save there. So this Thunder team seems to be fighting a little more early. Foul. We're gonna see who this one's called on. I didn't pick it up.
I think it was on Mel Bremworth reaching over the top. That'll be her second foul of the game.
So Bremworth's definitely wanting to stay away from the fouls, as right now it's worth noting. Big block there by Devin Kyler. We're gonna have to drop that thought as the Thunder take it the other way. Myroth looking for a 3rd consecutive foul on Alexis, doesn't get it. Frustration ensues, and we're going to turn the ball over.
Yeah, there's been a lot of contact here in the last couple possessions. Physical CCIW game here tonight.
No love lost on the classic Augustana-Wheaton rivalry. So Augustana gets things going offensively. Alexis going straight to the rack. That one's good. A beautiful left hand there. So, deep 3, no good. Offensive rebound, Viking.
This is what you got to avoid if you're Wheaton. Is giving up a layup and then just turning it right over for an open 3, and then another offensive rebound. That's their, I think it's their 15th, Augustana's 15th offensive rebound of the game. If they were just hitting some of their shots, they're only 2 of 16 from 3 this game. This game would be a lot closer, but Wheaton's hanging on to this 10-point lead.
So 7 fouls here to begin the second half in the first few minutes of play, as Wheaton has 4, Vikings 3. Pretty spread out evenly so far. Keeping track of Jill Berg now checked in for Bremworth. The 5 for the Thunder right now, Lawson, Myroth, who just turned it over, Berg, Kyler, and McDaniels. hit with a double dribble there. Blast from the past to high school basketball, as we don't see many double dribbles called at this level of play.
Yeah, that was Jordan Myroff's 4th turnover. She needs to be a little more careful with the ball.
So maybe a little bit of that freshman, green showing here as we get deeper and deeper into this season. Lawson pulled from 15, that deadly distance. That one was no good. And you gotta like Jill Berg's mixing it up in there, trying to come up with the offensive board.
Yeah, she's done a good job in her limited minutes of being active and getting involved, getting her hands dirty as she did there.
Vikings will get set, trying to cut into that double-digit lead. That one will go up, no good. Defensive rebound, Kyler. Kyler to McDaniels. McDaniels looking to push things. She'll pull it back out, thought better of it. And Wheaton will get back into their cutting, passing offense here. Kyler looking to the inside, Berg. Berg goes right at it. She doesn't like it, passes it out. Back into Berg. They want her getting involved, and she'll draw the foul there.
A little bit of a bailout there. Sadie Roberts fouling Berg when she was falling away. Yeah, just a nice call there for Wheaton to get to the free throw line after a possession that looked like it was going nowhere.
You'd wonder if you'd like to see Jill Berg on that first catch when she knows she doesn't have Casey Kallenberger on her back, be a little more attacking, a little more offensively minded. So we saw earlier in the first half, kind of both times, the moment Kallenberger went out, Wheaton went in to the interior, and really tried to take advantage of the 6'5" presence not being there.
I think they were trying to. She just couldn't establish deep enough position. She got the ball a little bit farther out than she looked like she was comfortable with.
So maybe credit Sadie Roberts with the defense.
Yeah.
Be equitable there as Maggie Dansell is going to pick up the foul. That's now 5 for the Thunder. Quick update for all you fans out there on CCIW play going around the league.
Yeah, North Central's beating Milliken 53-48 in the 3rd quarter. Illinois Wesleyan's leading 60-43 against North Park. And Elmhurst is destroying Carthage 49-27, all in the 3rd quarter. And the Wheaton men are in action in Decatur. They are winning 59-35 against Milliken.
So not a lot of upsets across the board tonight in D3 college hoops. Seems like the statistically better on paper teams are getting the better of it tonight. As the Viking faithful here are showing a little bit of life with this defense as they try and will their team on to a little bit closer. Kelly Lawson will cut and draw the foul. That one, if I'm not mistaken, is going to be on Casey Kallenberger.
Yeah, and you see here on the replay, she just recognizes the backdoor play. Good pass by Kyler to draw the foul. That's just what Kelly's so good at. She has a feel for the game. She knows when her defender isn't paying attention to her, and she makes him pay by cutting just like that and really just getting a lot of touches down around the basket.
Kelly Lawson, a junior, got a lot of minutes as a freshman. Not sure if she started. I believe she started about half the year. Sophomore year was a staple in that offense. Reminds you a lot of kind of the freshman version of Jordan Myroff. A similar body type, similar skill set. Wondering if Coach Madsen's not trying to develop himself another Kelly Lawson.
Yeah, that's true. They're just both versatile. They can defend a lot of different positions. A great play there by Kallenberger and a good pass inside. We'll see on the replay here.
Victoria Allen, Izzy Anderson with the pass. Powerful finish there.
Yeah, I mean, that's tough to help with from that position. Kyler a little late. And fouling her for the and one. All of a sudden, we have an 8-point game here in King Arena. This is one that could go down to the wire.
Definitely don't want to sleep on the female Augustana Vikings, a team that when they score, they score in bunches. Maggie Dansdale will try and fight her way out of the double. Casey Kallenberger will come up with it. Vikings, we're going the other way, as Izzy Anderson will turn it over to Fallon. Might have gotten away with a little walk there. She goes right at Devin Kyler. Rebound, Casey Kallenberger. Izzy Anderson, bang, bang. That one's good for 2. It's a 6-point game.
Yeah, I mean, I've been really impressed with Augustana. They've been fighting all game, and here they're starting to make shots. Now it's a 6-point lead for Wheaton.
Devin Kyler comes right back. She wants the answer, doesn't get it to go. Off Jill Berg, out of bounds. We're going Augustana away. 30 seconds here remaining in the third quarter, 48-42 Thunder. If you're tuning in with us now, Augustana, after going tick for tack in the first quarter, fell behind to a deficit of 15-17 at its worst. It's now fought back late as we're closing out this third quarter, 15 seconds remaining, only a 6-point ball game.
Yeah, 6-point ball game, and they have the ball for the last shot. See if Wheaton can hold here and keep this 6-point lead.
The pick and roll. Bang. Izzy Anderson with a nice finish at the elbow will cut the lead to 4 as the Vikings fans are on their feet. And all of a sudden, we've got a ball game.
Yeah, I mean, wow. 2 great pull-ups by Izzy Anderson, the 5'7" sophomore out of Rock Island, Illinois, the hometown girl.
Coming up big.
Just coming up with some big shots there. You kind of you always felt like they were going to make this run just with their energy that they've been playing with all game.
Absolutely.
They just haven't been, they weren't making their shots, and they started to make their shots there during that run. And Wheaton kind of fell to their pressure a little bit, a little careless with the ball, which has led to this Augustana run that leaves them only 4 points down going to the last quarter.
Absolutely. I think you hit the nail right on the head with the energy of the Vikings. Really is a testament to the way this team's coached, as they have not gotten down on themselves. The score has gotten out of hand at times. But if you've ever played basketball, you know you shoot it enough times, and if you're a statistically good shooting team, at some point something's going to switch for you. Well, let me tell you, it switched in the final minute of that third quarter. So this Thunder team, once leading handily, is now fighting off a pesky Augustana effort. You wonder if Katie McDaniels is going right to the rack.
Yeah, you just need a really good possession here if you're Wheaton. Take a deep breath, make good cuts, and try to get a really good shot, preferably a layup, to start off this quarter.
Absolutely. Katie McDaniels right to the rack there. She doesn't get the left hand to go. Rebound Kallenberger. Kallenberger continuing to add to that rebounding stat sheet she has, as Augustana is feeling confident with the ball. Down by 4. Definitely just your prototypical exciting CCIW matchup, Caleb.
Yeah, certainly. And this is going to be going down to the wire. Both teams are playing hard.
Big rebound there by Maggie Dansdale. She comes up with an ugly, unorthodox rebound, counted as a rebound nonetheless. And we'll get things set up for the Thunder. A point, that I wanted to draw attention to is Chantel Meacham, currently with 0 shots behind the 3-point line.
She just shot one as you were looking down, but yes, she is definitely someone that kind of has been absent in this game.
Absolutely.
That's a good point.
I mean, the curse of broadcasting biting me there.
I saw the whole thing unfold. I saw you look down at your paper just as she was shooting a 3. I'm like, oh no.
Just the most unlucky of times.
I've done that.
Well,
many times.
We ask for your forgiveness as we're getting reset here. A good steal there. Guess who? Dansdale making her instinctual play. Ooh, big block there and lots of body by Fallon. Katie McDaniels. We'll go to the replay here as Fallon comes from behind.
Great hesitation, but then gets fouled from behind. Good play in transition by Katie McDaniels, but a hard fall to the ground. I'm glad to see her okay.
Anytime you see really anyone, but especially, these fantastic D3 women go down on a knee, it's never a pretty sight. There's too many knee ACLs, MCLs, just kind of give you the shake when she stands up. I think regardless of what color you're wearing, everyone takes a collective sigh of relief. As Katie McDaniels will add 2 to not only her stat sheet, but the Thunder. That makes the lead 6. As Corey Riley turns it over. Excuse me, that one's going to have to be on Alexis Jones. As there's only 10 seconds remaining on the shot clock, Alexis Jones will enter it in. That one's no good. Rebound, Devin Kyler. A big rebound there.
Yeah, just lucky that Kallenberg couldn't finish here. But then a big rebound by Kyler. Good job being strong with the ball as they swarmed her just to take that foul.
Really seemed like more of a frustration foul there by Casey Kallenberger. That's kind of just a losing focus over the top. Reach from behind, if you will. As this Thunder, you know, it's come in ebbs and flows as they break the press with absolute ease. But then it seems like as the press works, they'll turn over the ball 2-3 times as Katie McDaniels gets 2 more on the interior. But speak to that a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, the point of the press isn't necessarily get a turnover every single time. It just forces you to always be alert. And that can be tiring and fatiguing during the game. And all of a sudden you go into this little lapse where they get turnover. So the press is it's long-term more than short-term, and it's worked for the most part for Augustana, especially in that third quarter. But Wheaton's done a good job here to begin this fourth quarter to regain control, especially with Katie McDaniels attacking. That's just such a key to this team. And then Kelly Lawson there, I see on the replay, going strong to the rack and drawing the foul, the third on Alexis.
So I want to call out Chantel Meacham there, her name on that defense, but so easy to go missed as she kind of came over on that help side, taking away Casey Kallenberger's. Ultimately, she took away the ball, but she took away the option much quicker. You got to credit that help side defense. Coach Madsen definitely more proud of that effort here in the second half because they were getting eaten alive in the first half by Casey.
Yeah, certainly right. Just a regain of focus here by the Thunder here in this first two and a half minutes of this quarter. But they can't stop now. They need to continue to be sharp and fight to the very end.
Big block there by Devin Kyler following Kelly Lawson's nothing but net free throw. It's 53-44 Thunder. That was one of the bigger blocks I've seen out of Devin Kyler. I mean, that was with authority.
Yeah, she wound up for that one.
Katie McDaniels to the rim and in. She is just so quick, Caleb.
Yeah, and a point I want to make is she didn't score in the third quarter when Augustana made their run. When Augustana won the third quarter 20-11 and Katie didn't score. But early on here, she scored 6 points in this fourth quarter. Wheaton really goes with Katie McDaniels, and when she's attacking and finishing at the rim, this team is at their best.
Absolutely. So the 5 for the Thunder right now, McDaniels, Myroth, Kyler, Meacham, and Lawson. As you see that familiar look at Devin Kyler on the outside, kind of forcing Kallenberger to the outside as she'll pull another 15-footer. That one doesn't go, but again, I like that look right there.
Yeah, she's a good shooter. That's a good shot.
Just really opens things up from the inside out. Whereas vice versa, maybe as the clock winds down, the idea of maybe taking less of those shots as Casey Kallenberger has an uncharacteristic miss from underneath, Katie McDaniels with the steal, she's going the other way. Elects to pull the 15-footer, that one's no good. Rebound, Kallenberger. Love to get a stat on how many rebounds Kallenberger has at this point.
Yeah, she has
16.
Yeah, 14 points, 16 rebounds on the game, 2 blocks. And actually, it's 17. She has 14 points, 17 rebounds. Yeah, she's been a force down there. It's hard to match up with 6'5" in Division III women's basketball.
The further breakdown being she has 17 rebounds overall. She has 8 offensive rebounds. 8. And I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but that's more offensive rebounds than the entire Thunder team has put together. So Casey Kallenberger making her presence felt underneath as Kelly Lawson does what Kelly Lawson does best. gets underneath as we'll see the replay here from Katie McDaniels.
It just seems like she always gets the ball down there, and she just gets fouled or she scores. She's just very crafty, and a good look by McDaniels to see her streaking down the court. One other stat is Devin Kyler has 6 steals and 3 blocks this game. So although Casey is scoring a decent amount and getting a lot of rebounds, Devin Kyler has impacted the game defensively in other ways. I mean, 6 steals, 3 blocks normally is an incredible game, but she can do it. She's probably a little frustrated with herself with how Casey Kallenberger has rebounded. But yeah, it's just been a good effort here to start this quarter after only starting the quarter with a 4-point lead, sending it back up to 12. Good fight there on Wheaton's part.
Absolutely. I like what you're saying there by Devin Collier. As I kind of reflect more over this game, she's 1 for 1 from behind the arc. She has 3 big 15-foot plus jump shots, 6 rebounds, 5 assists, 3 blocks, 6 steals. I mean, no single stat in there jumps out as, remarkable or over the top impressive. But when you combine that all under one player,
and your center too,
that's absolutely that's a dynamic performance, big time effort out of Devin Kyler so far. As we'll check back in with Kelly Lawson, shooting her 2nd free throw. And I wanted to briefly touch on that, Kelly Lawson. When you hang around sports long enough, it seems like there are certain players that just have instincts for the game. In football, you call it having a nose for the football. They're just always around the play, always seem to be calling their number. Kelly Lawson kind of doing the exact same thing here for the Thunder. You're just always calling her name.
Yeah, she just is in the right place at the right time. Someone you really love to coach. I know Coach Madsen probably has really enjoyed having her on the team. Just someone you can always trust to be in the right spot. Just have that instinct around the hoop to get open.
Absolutely. The Vikings here will get things set. They're trailing by 13, looking to cut back into that Thunder lead. A few moments ago, they had cut and made it 4 at their closest point. I believe the score is 48-44. So the Thunder here have gone on a 9-0 run, as we're going to get a call.
Called an arm bar here on the replay.
I'm not quite sure who that was on, if that was on Lawson. It was on Lawson. That's her 2nd. Foul's not playing a huge factor for the Thunder. Katie McDaniels picked that one off. She's going the other way. She'll just throw it up there. She earns a trip to the charity stripe. Tonight, shooting 5 of 6 from the free throw. She'll get 2 more, so she'll have 8 attempts from the free throw after this try. The Thunder in the first half had twice as many makes from the free throw line as the Vikings did, and if anything, it's gotten more lopsided in the second.
Yeah, they've done a good job of attacking the basket, getting the stripe and being strong with the ball on this press. Normally a pressing team is prone to fouling more just because there's a lot more play in the open space and a lot more just chances to try to grab onto someone to slow them down. So Wheaton's done a good job of converting from the free throw line as Katie McDaniels hits the 2nd to extend this lead back up to 15.
Absolutely, and we should call out here, Corey Riley did just check back into the game, and alongside Casey Kallenberger. So if there's going to be a time for the Vikings, the time is definitely now with your leading scorer in Corey Riley as the Thunder get 2 more. So the Vikings team with 4 minutes and 40 seconds remaining. The time, if ever, is now as they get 3 there from Corey Riley trying to rally. That's their first 3 in over 2.5 minutes. Their first score, pardon me. As this Thunder team will look to methodically kind of milk the clock.
Yeah, now they're in a position where they don't want to get passive, but they can be more selective in their shots, just get great shots.
Katie McDaniels will let it go from 3 there. So it was a deep 3 with only 6 seconds remaining on the shot clock. You like how much time the Thunder used there on their shot clock.
Yeah, I think they can get a little better shot than that, but I like how they use the clock there.
Corey Riley, with her uncharacteristic shooting motion, she is deadly though, especially from 3. as this Vikings team continues to chip away with these offensive rebounds. There's going to be a foul underneath. If that goes against Casey Kallenberger, that's going to be her 4th. It is. So now if you're the Thunder, that's got to be in the back of your mind.
Yeah, and also the fact that you're in the bonus, as Devin Kyler will be shooting free throws here. So for the last 3:45 of the game, Wheaton will be in the bonus. It's something to keep in mind. You know, you can be aggressive and force the issue, force the foul, you go right to the charity stripe.
Absolutely, and you got to think when breaking that press that a greater sense of calmness comes over you, because as the double comes, you know, if you foul, you're earning your shots at 2 here. Just a reminder, the bonus now working in the women's D3 college basketball being 5 fouls in a quarter takes you directly to double bonus. So they've done away with the 7 foul, 1-and-1, 10 foul double action and halves rather for the 5 fouls in 1 quarters. This one will go inside Casey Kallenberger for 2 more as she continues her dominant performance here. Shocking that there was no foul there. You don't know about that one as Katie McDaniels gets a lot of contact. We'll see the replay here as Katie McDaniels took a lot of body on that one, Caleb.
Yeah, I mean, I would have called it a foul, but I might be a little biased.
This is true as there's a clean block there by Jordan Myroth. Rebound again, this Vikings. Foul on Devin Kyler. That one's going to be in the motion of shooting. So that's going to send Victoria Allen to the free throw line. And if you're Augustana, you got to love free throw opportunities right now. Clock stopped, chance at 2 points, another chance for more offensive rebounds, if history's told us anything.
And something I want to mention with free throws, Augustana came in with the 6th most amount of free throws attempted in the whole country. So they normally live on the foul line. This is only their 11th free throw compared to Wheaton's 22nd. So Wheaton has doubled the amount of attempts from the foul line. It's a big story in this game as to how Wheaton kind of switched that statistic in their favor.
Absolutely. Also of note, this is an Augustana team. That's Chantel Meacham's second three-point attempt. This is an Augustana team that averages, as we mentioned a couple times now, 85 points a game. Scored over 100 4 times this season. And when their losses have come, it has come when they've scored, you know, in the 60s.
Yeah.
So this Thunder offense so far, and this Thunder defense rather, really has put them in a position that you like. An athletic play there by Katie McDaniels.
Smart.
A crafty veteran move as she slapped that one at half court before the defender could get to it. Nice block there by Casey Kallenberger. We're going the other way. 63-51 Thunder. 2 minutes and 30 seconds remaining. The Vikings are going to want to score, and they're going to want to score fast. That one will let it fly from Corey Riley. It'll rattle out. Thunder get a much-needed defensive rebound there, as they're now going to take their time and try and make this Viking squad foul them as much as possible.
Yeah, just take the whole shot clock, hopefully get a good shot towards the end of the shot clock. It's what Coach Madsen wants right now. They got to get going now. Good cut by McDaniels. Good better block by Kallenberger, and here comes Augie the other way.
No foul here. Well done there. A nice, tasteful finish by Izzy Anderson off the glass and in. Cutting the lead to 10. Katie McDaniels thinks about driving. She'll shoot the short jumper. No good.
Yeah, I mean, that's a pretty good shot, but I would have kicked it back out, taken some more clock, sorry. That was very early in the shot clock.
Well, you see, in hindsight, you see 20-20, as I'm sure McDaniels thought the forfeiter was a gimme, but I see your point there is Corey Riley will let another one go. Rebound Kyler. You wonder if that's going to be it. This Thunder team is up by 10 with a minute remaining.
Yeah, they're going to have to foul. Hopefully, they got to hope that Wheaton will go cold from the line. But yeah, it looks like Wheaton has a pretty strong hold on this game, up 10 with a minute 10 left. Timeout Wheaton here.
Things are in danger of getting a little chippy on the court as McDaniels took the foul to the head there. And now A little bit of frustration out of the Augustana head coach, Mark Beinborn, talking to the ref in the middle, as McDaniels will go to the free throw line to shoot 2 as we break out of this timeout. Score is 63-53 Thunder. They will lead by 10 with 1 minute and 9 seconds remaining. You mentioned for the Vikings to get back in this game, the Thunder are going to have to go cold from the line, and if there's anything that's statistically going to kind of bite you there, it's you don't want to put McDaniels on the free throw line if you're looking for someone to go cold, as she shot 7 of 8 tonight.
Yeah, she's a good foul shooter. She does a good job. She goes there a lot, so she's comfortable shooting free throws. Yeah, I just want to highlight quickly a couple of stats for you. McDaniels has 23 points, 5 rebounds, 2 assists on the game. Kelly Lawson with 17 points. Devin Kyler with 14 points, 8 rebounds. And kind of a shocking stat, Chantal Meacham with only 2 points, but 10 rebounds.
Wow.
So Chantal Meacham,
stuffing the stat sheet in a odd category tonight.
yeah, who only averages 3 a game with 10 defensive rebounds tonight. But then Kallenberger on the other side was 16 and 19. Just a monster game for Kallenberger, as Katie McDaniels knocks down the free throw, extends this lead to 64-53 Wheaton.
Katie McDaniels now 8 for 9 from the free throw line tonight. 10's on the way, no. She's gonna finish 8 of 10, assuming no more fouls. That's an 80% from the charity stripe. That'll get the job done. There's another rebound by Kallenberger.
That's her 20th.
The story of the night, 20 rebounds, another offensive.
Yeah.
She'll get the rebound and score.
20 rebounds, 10 offensive, 10 defensive. So she has kind of like a double-double in 2 different ways with offensive rebounds and
She has
defensive
a
rebounds.
triple-double for all intents and purposes on the offensive rebound, defensive rebound, and points. Not to be overlooked, she also has 4 blocks. So Casey Kallenberger making a statement and making an argument for an all-CCIW first team selection, if that wasn't already locked down.
Yeah, I mean, she's one of the best in this conference, up there with, I'd say, her, Michaela Eppert, Devin Kyler, certainly are
a Katie
three.
McDaniels? A Katie McDaniels, dare I say it?
I was going to say, like, centers-wise. Those are kind of the top. Yeah, certainly Katie McDaniels, in terms of best players in the conference, is up there as the leading scorer in the conference. Yeah, this Augustana team looks a little dangerous, though. Wheaton's gotten lucky. It's not over yet, but they only shot 31% and 3 of 21 from 3. Augustana's a lot better shooting team than that. This game is not over yet. Wheaton needs to finish strong.
Wheaton goes for the home run inbound play there. Ball's picked off by Corey Riley, who's now going to the rack herself. That one no good. Guess who? Kallenberger with the rebound. 2 more. She's got 21 rebounds now. In case you're wondering, I mean, you got to wonder where the rebounding record lies for this Augustana Viking team. And we don't have that in front of us, but she's making a case for it tonight.
Yeah, certainly. 21 boards is that's a lot of rebounds.
Nothing to bat your eyes about for sure. Chantal Meacham will go to the charity stripe, shooting her first. That one was pure the whole way. It'll tickle the twine, making it 65-57 Thunder. So maybe a little bit of a premature conversation from your 2 broadcasters, as it's only an 8-point game. Augustana ball, they're going to press it here and maybe look for a 3 or 2 quickly. Thought about the 3, no. They're going inside, back out for 3. No good, offensive rebound, 2 more.
It's only a 2-score game here in King Arena.
Good press break there by the Thunder. Kelly Lawson will pass it over to Kyler. Kyler to Meacham. Basically deciding who's going to take the free throws at this point. Chantal Meacham wins the call. She's going to go to the line. She'll shoot 2. She just went 1 of 2 a moment ago. 20.8 seconds remaining. 6-point game. The liberal arts education is failing, as Chantal Meacham can't get the first to fall. So if she misses this one, Caleb, this is a Vikings team that has no issue rebounding the ball offensively, and this is a team that you got to imagine has a few threes left in them. as they've just had a hard time making them tonight.
Yeah, now it's three-score games. So you just three-score games. So you have to stay in front, force a tough shot, and rebound.
As they'll elect to go right to the rack. Steal by the Thunder. That one's going to become a jump ball as there was a lot of contact on the ground, no call.
Good job by Kelly Lawson.
We'll see the replay. Kelly Lawson, who else, diving on the ball underneath.
Yeah, so this game is pretty much over here with just 9 seconds left.
They'll go inside to Van Watermeulen. She gets fouled going up, 8.3 seconds remaining. Outside of a miracle, Wheaton will come away with a W tonight. Further making a case to sit on top of the CCIW conference going forward as Van Watermeulen knocks down the first. 6-point game. Crazier things have happened in college hoops. It is now a 5-point game. We'll have to hold on to our seats here as the Thunder just need to hold on to the ball. They will. Foul. Chantal Meacham's going to shoot 2 more. Chantal Meacham, who previously didn't have a lot of points tonight, we referenced with the 10 rebounds, but she's gotten a host of free throw opportunities thus far.
Yeah, and with 5 seconds left, the game should be safely in Wheaton's hands, but these are 2 important free throws to extend this lead to a 3-possession game at 7 points. So yeah, this Wheaton team, I mean, they got kind of lucky tonight with Augustana shooting so poorly, especially their guards. I mean, their leading scorer, Corey Riley, with just 2 of 15 shooting from the field. When your leading scorer can't score very well, it certainly hurts your team. It's a team that Wheaton could see in the CCIW playoffs. So they need to learn a few things for next time.
As we'll count that one for 2 as time expires, giving us a final score of a 67-63 win for the Thunder. The Thunder will jump into action next against North Park University on Saturday. That one will be right here in King Arena. Before the Thunder will take on Milliken, Carroll, and Illinois Wesleyan to close out their CCIW schedule. We appreciate you joining us as they circle it up for a prayer. Again, I'm Hank Bowen alongside Caleb Springer. We thank you for joining us in what was definitely an exciting buzzer-to-buzzer game filled with many twists and turns. Have a good night, God bless, and have a good one.